It's week 3 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Steelers, and it's all up next.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore, the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Going to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And we're off from Acrisure. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And bringing them out, a fourth-year quarterback and capable dual-threat producer from Ohio State's Justin Fields.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
All right, here we go. Second down. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Pickup of 6, and now they've got 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Fields out of the gun. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And the defense comes. On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
There were times, I'll be honest with you, Kate, that I wish I played baseball. Because you have a bad outing, like this QB did last week with no touchdowns, a couple interceptions. In baseball, you get to play the next day. You get to flush it right away. He's had to sit on it all week long, and you know he wants to rectify it here.
And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing off the play fake here. And he hauls in the interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They'll start with a give to Harris. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
From the 31. He's got a man left. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Herbert straight ahead. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now ahead of third down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Throwing from the gun here. Finding Hurst. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it. Go.
Oh, and it's a fake. Punter with the football. This is caught. And they pull it off. He gets them the first before being stopped.
I wonder how many times, Kate, the kicker's gone to the coach and said, "Coach, I could pull this off." They finally gave him a shot, and turns out he was right. What a great play.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Trying an inside give to Herbert. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Chased out to his right. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. Need a conversion, and they're throwing for it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The fourth down stands.
Even the best... Occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at 2nd and 3. From the 38. He's got Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago! The Chargers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Calvin Austin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Harris gets it on the counter. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
A give left side. Here's Harris. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds his man. It's Van Jefferson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to throw Fields. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers are on the move here. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another throw for Fields. Escapes out to the left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. This finds Shark complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. The wind was at a sales cape, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll try and throw it here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. So after From the gun, here's Herbert. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott. And we've seen this before. It's a fake. Went for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. First down throw for Fields. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. And that will not be enough for a first down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Fields throwing here. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's 2nd down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal of 32 yards.
Dicker connects there. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and... Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. He'll throw it. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Steelers have it, headed the other way. So we arrive at halftime here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers leading after 2. Now it's down to Florida where Jonathan Coachman will catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Throwing now, following the turnover. Looking slant route, complete. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here's 2nd and 5. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 25. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Pass play on 1st and 10. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Chicago. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers take the lead on that successful kick. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here comes Austin. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 37. Catch made by Chark. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. From the 45 on 2nd down. He'll get this to Jefferson. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Here we go,
Now trying to run it with Harris. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's back to throw. He connects downfield on 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the conversion sets them up with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Fields on 1st down. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 13. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. He connects now for a third time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Dump off caught by his back. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Madden stopped by Alex Highsmith. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Second and 6 coming up here. Setting up a throw. Buys time, rolling right. Tight end reels in the shallow throw.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
So we're through 3 here. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw now. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Throwing it again here. Has it at the 7. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. From the red zone now. Headed out right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
On the return, here comes Austin. He stopped on the return at the 27. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Going right side, Harris with it. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Harris once more. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Running behind center with Harris. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 48. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. He's throwing for it. It's caught. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the 4th. Now a field goal would only tie this game. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw it. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers only up by a few. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
Now a run with Harris. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game. Offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. This one from 42 yards out. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. They'll run here following the penalty. And that's should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Chargers and Matt Duggan making their return to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finding Hurst. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. He's dropping back to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Clean breakup on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always, always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
Crucial moment of the game here as the Chargers try for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They motion the tight end over. One final shot here. And he of a 1-point loss. It's going to stay at 3. Well, Brock, the fans, all right. Here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.
Yeah. mistake, my mistake. It's damn namaste, namaste. And Dalai Lama, cause I'm searching for better days. Tijuana, I'm cutting through this with my switchblade to katanas, cause I've learned something from years ahead hunting. If I got something to say, then I'ma say something. A glutton for all these beatings and fighting for what I'm loving. If the whole world's throwing out sparks, I keep on trucking, yeah. I ain't got time for y'all to get your heads right. I'll find some rope and you can go and hang tight. It's getting dark, dark as midnight. This beat swinging so hard, we in a fist. Tippy, tippy toe, watch me dip and roll. Round the corner, round another level, watch my glow. I be switching colors, red, green, and gold. I'm speaking the truth, and now I'm spitting heavy waters on the floor in the booth. Let's go.
Watch out now, come heavy water. It's high now.
These players are on the last year of their contract.
Not gonna let you go.
Choose from 4 preset offers that range in...
Come heavy water. Now listen to me. Yeah. Gonna run down a bad man today. Gonna run down, gonna hunt down a bad man like me. When the sun down, gonna come round, set fire ablaze. Gonna run down a bad man today. Said the ragamuffin man, them not play. My bloodline everywhere, they got it coming in waves. You know the struggling ain't living, so the hustle comes easy. So listen up when they hear me say, watch out now. bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Chiefs and the Chargers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7. On play action, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. Now here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Mahomes. Finding Gray on the out route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 84 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if it's... He'll eat you up.
In motion left goes a tight end. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Here's Duggan to throw. Again, that's Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got called for the penalty.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. To throw is Duggan. Eluding the pressure right. Down the right sideline. And down to the 28-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for the Chargers.
Duggan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Duggan now to throw. Escapes the sack. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Emmanuel Agba that time, able to drop him for a loss. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. So here's a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A quick throw caught by Rice. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mahomes now to throw. And will be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose. To a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Duggan. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in, it's complete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Duggan looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
Storms are minor, but you know she living major. When you flying up this
Duggan will look to throw this. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
To throw again on second down. Duggan. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
In motion goes the tight end. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And here's Matt Araiza now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Dugan escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A final shot before break. Dugan. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Dugan. He finds his man, complete. That's Kim. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. From there, we head eastward to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Jonathan Taylor, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos.
Breece Hall. 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the 1 touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one, because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Dugan. That is caught by Herbert. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Operating from the gun, Dugan. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey, and he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Duggan. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and second down.
This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Kadarius Toney,
a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dugan. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Duggan.
Flushed out right. Fights through him. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Dugan. Eluding the pressure right.
Down the sideline he goes.
And down to the 29-yard line.
That escapability has been on full display, and you can see he's now over 100 yards rushing for the game.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off play action. Dugan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
That is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10.
Duggan.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Here's Tony on the quick slant.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Open man right side is Tony.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Here's Duggan to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
To throw is Duggan.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shred.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 66 yards.
And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Getting into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short.
Well, yeah, I guess the coverage was just that good right there, apparently.
Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Excuse me.
Now here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice.
Ramsey sucked, I'm not going to lie.
Tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Ramsey has preferred to suck today.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And then as soon as I say that, he's going to make a tackle, of course.
Knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Pacheco.
And we got laid out.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah,
2 minutes left
like
to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
Just nobody wanted him. Anybody that touched him just let him go, apparently, there.
3-yard line. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Pacheco. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for...
Yeah, we weren't really with the winning last game, apparently. McConkey, you didn't even get used last game. I don't know why you're wanting an upgrade, but okay, McConkey. Yeah, and for Ivan, I think is definitely going to be with this guy. I need to get his throw on the run up to better. Let's see, he's definitely a speed rusher. Definitely got to be a speed rusher. This Steele dude who's just a random defensive back we have in our roster, apparently. McConkey, you understand nobody loves you, right? Wow, he has a lot of upgrade points that I did not see. Good thing, too, because we're going to need a decent player now. He's 20 years old with 12 years of experience in the league. I like it. Max Duggan has a new ability unlocked. Okay. So I need to give the Chiefs their player. Since the Chiefs beat me, they get a superstar. Not like they need it, but I just take someone who was already on their roster and just turn them into someone decently powerful. So I think with this we're going to do probably Noah Gray. I want to see a decent Noah Gray. Oh, we hurt Noah Gray. Wow. There's his stats upgraded. Wow, points per game is 14. That's horrible. I'll be right back though. Oh, we have some players ready to negotiate, apparently. don't like paying people money. Dude, I'm not sure if y'all realize I don't use wide receivers. Like, oh, y'all asking. Alright, sounds like we're dating. That's a great deal. I'm just not ready to say yes right now. Literally everything about this needs improved. Okay. Cool. You're old. Oh, salary cap's on. That's a no-no in this league. That is a great big giant no-no. No. Let me do manager's roster. I'll get through this advance now. Ooh, I have a really young free safety. I like that. Hi, Jalen. Yeah, you're definitely a playmaker. Let's do pass coverage, yeah. Definitely, we just need all my linebackers in pass coverage. Obviously, our pass coverage lanes are not like that currently. Say hybrid. Let's see, let's get a full game going up in here. Just a throwback, we gotta get our, since it's a rival, we gotta get our throwbacks on.
It's week 6 of the National Football League, and the wait is over for this rivalry.
More stupid ICE protests where another stupid person had to go mess with the agents and get shot.
Madden football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside
It's good. We could finally win a game, maybe. I said we could finally win a game, maybe. Oh, no, they won a game, so if they've even won one game this year, there's no way we have a chance against them. How horrible we played, bro.
Good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
Whenever I have
bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back,
let's see.
You take that time and you run with it.
Whenever I get off stream, I'll probably go and rearrange my team where it's like it's always how it's supposed to be, and it's not where I have to adjust it every single time at the start of the game.
The Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio.
There we go.
But first and foremost, they did win the game.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Should be Phillip Rivers.
The defense for these Chargers. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Into a sea of defenders unintercepted. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're number 1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history
that ranking was in fact very real,
defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early
I was thinking that was about to be a free play anyway.
Basics, get his game going again.
Yeah, it was a free play.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
He'll be fine, left in, buddy. He'll make it just fine.
Here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Duggan now to throw. That pass complete to Moore. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Now a 2nd and 2. Duggan.
I had nobody. He didn't really block on either side of me. He just chose not to block either person coming at me. I was waiting to see who was going to block. They run that way, and I said to stand there until I took the hit.
Looking to throw. Dugan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they'll get this one to about the
39
line.
16
yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Pull up there, man.
Off the bootleg. Dugan. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught at the 8. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run here with Herbert.
Nobody wanted to let him through.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Dugan. And he is in.
Dugan. Guy just got scored out by a guy named Dugan.
Max Duggan.
Duggan, not
Touchdown
Dugan.
number 7 on the year. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Oh, this is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. I mean, he's been solid here in the early part of the season, currently ranked in the top 5 amongst NFL quarterbacks in passing yardage.
Bo Nix is actually doing good.
Falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. And he fends him off.
Wow, I ran back inside because I thought that's where he was going to go.
And this turns into a
He just took it.
with a slide at the
Booked
end.
to the outside.
23 yards on the tuck and run. Now first down carry, it's Williams. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once you make the read, he's able to make the play.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing Nix. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
We'll take a miss.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Charger drive about to get going. He's got the
connection. Wow.
And he's
got nailed.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Is Moore even out on? No, Moore's not even out on this play after that hit. No, he is. He's outside, far outside.
Duggan looking to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Yeah, there's no way. It's not the final play.
Throwing, Duggan.
PI?
Will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play.
So why would there be a PI? Why would that exist?
Score after 1.
We don't know what those are.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. Now
Those
Duggan will look to throw this.
Out.
He takes a shot on the release.
Another out.
Incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down.
I think they stopped him.
And that means 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill now. taken in at the 22. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Dugan. Flushed
wow, got put in a chokehold there.
The 35, right at the 34 here.
Excuse me, sir.
In search of 8
very
yards
kind
as
of
they
you.
hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Dugan. And
try. 85 try.
Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And look at this. It's a fake.
Wow, that was horrible play by the whoever throwing it was.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard
Yeah, he gave it
line.
his all, too. He put everything he had into that throw.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Nix. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
Geez, so if we just keep on hitting them super hard, then eventually it'll work.
3rd and 4.
Eventually they'll go down one of them their times.
To throw, here's Nix.
Oh,
Broken up.
thought I had that as an interception.
Contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
He's going to look deep for more.
Oh,
this one nearly
still going to lead him, maybe.
Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Ramsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
See, I don't know why, in the game it always brings me joy to see my opponent get injured. Obviously in real life I hate it, but since this is a game I don't have to feel bad.
He'll drop to throw.
So, just drop it, why don't we?
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd
I'll move
down.
you to linebacker. You keep on making stupid plays like that.
Back to throw. Dugan. He finds his man complete. That's Ramsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I really like my Ramsey card.
Now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dugan.
Oh, I dropped it.
Incomplete.
Poor
Too
Ramsey.
tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He tried.
Back to throw again.
Yeah, I was
Baron Browning buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside line.
Couldn't really register our reaction there, so that's always a very militant. Haha.
Off the play fake. Dugan rolling to his right. He finds
No.
his man complete.
Thought he was gonna get
It's
there.
Ramsey. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
Aw, thank you, Broncos.
As
Nice
they
of y'all.
stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now it's Nix. And that is incomplete.
I'll take that. Get a hard hit from Phillips. Or, Tannehill.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got him in. Complete.
Wow.
Down to the 10.
I hate when the AI knows, like, if the AI can actually make reads like that.
Josh
Line of scrimmage.
as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. What's good on the extra point? And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
I really want to start developing him better as a running back.
Tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw. Dugan. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
That was not out. That was not out. That was not out. Bro. Okay. Possession. Right. Possession. This foot's down. No, I can't even argue with that. I can't even argue with that.
Completion there.
I want to argue, but I can't.
Fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is not
free play, yeah.
incomplete, but I think it was a free play. Let's check the call. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The final shot before break. Dugan. And they'll get to him after a game.
Ooh, that was a good catch, though. Like, that catch was not easy to make. I'll go and say that for my tight end. I'm just happy about that catch.
Now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And it's the Raiders out in front as they approach halftime. Gardner Minshew has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jared Goff
has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter.
Close game. Falcons are doing worse than me. Wow. I don't feel as bad anymore.
It was a terrific first half for the rookie first-round pick, Bo Nix. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it. These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah,
okay, Brandon and Charles
going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
I'm not giving him that trophy play. They're not giving that trophy play.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
My boy has a hairy armpits. That's just a detail they added into the game, apparently.
They go play action here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
I mean, he tried, though.
Let's see
like,
who this is on.
He tried his darndest.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, you kidding me? Barely underthrew it.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
That big man wanted that hit. Big man wanted that hit.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense.
There's somebody open right down the middle, but
give you another chance.
This just isn't like their honest open receivers.
Over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Being chased out left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought
he
they were
heard
going
him.
to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
He had a man open.
He tried to fake it, but I mean, still a great play.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Please don't
be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
No.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there. As that's batted down and incomplete. Second and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, he dropped it.
Or was that just good timing? I actually could not tell.
He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
I don't believe in you anymore.
Able to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up.
And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Why do y'all just want to lose? Why do y'all just want to lose, bro? Why do y'all just like...
Williams fighting, but
I think y'all, everything I said right there, y'all just want to lose.
That's all down to the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Williams again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
Wow, so he thinks he's going to 6th rushing touchdown.
Quickly to add on to their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
The Lutz will look to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Let us continue with this game. McConkey, I'm going to need some good blocks up here, McConkey. Nope. 44. We're playing 44 for that one. Hey, Duggan, how would you feel if you got replaced by a rookie next year?
Throwing to start the drive. Dugan.
For everything I'll put you through, how would you feel if you got replaced?
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter.
No reason for asking, by the way, just curious.
Back to throw. Dugan. Flush to his right.
I saw so many open people, dude. I was just trying to get it. Trying to get a little bit of range to throw it. There's only these 2 open people, X and RB, R1.
Looking to throw. Dugan. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's J.K. Scott now. Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake.
Thought he was going to try to grab it.
A huge gamble, and it does not.
Yeah, at this point, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot because of the fakes.
On play action, here's Nix.
I don't know what he was thinking. You have no idea what he was thinking of.
Over here at their own 22-yard line. Off play action, Dugan.
I don't know what I was thinking.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He's going back and forth on being stupid apparently.
2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. Dugan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points.
We'll just throw it directly to him, don't we? Why not? I mean, at least Herbert punched this guy, but they did just throw it directly to him. Like, yeah, I wasn't really feeling that.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Apparently Woods wasn't feeling it either.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. And here comes Reynolds as they try the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 20.
He was just waiting for that.
A 1-yard gain there,
waiting to hug the man.
3-yard pickup on 1st down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Nix. And that is incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because
I think he'll be fine.
You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right.
I think he'll be fine.
So,
I don't know why he threw that immediately.
Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd down and 6 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, wow. Just snagged that gap. I don't like that. Not at all. You keep on saying I don't like that every time something like that happens.
Enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They'll go play action with Nix.
No, we can watch Nix. Nope.
He'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting
He's
pretty
fast.
decent yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Oh, the option to give to Williams here. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and
they're going to throw a screen pass here. No, they're not.
Off the option, here's Williams. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the 1st. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Yeah, there's a. Why does he throw it away on like every play?
As he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now we give up the middle to Williams.
Let's say, can we hang on to him?
Full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash.
Here we go. Ooh, okay.
The kick by
Got
Lutz
turned around.
is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
There's still quite a bit of a chance that we win this. It's just like 2 touchdowns, I think. I'm not good at math, y'all. If I get 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions.
Does exist, but time definitely a big factor at this stage of the game is in their favor.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are
yes, we would like to make that 180. That would be a very nice 180
it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
Can we stop? We just keep on diming it to them. Like, no dignity for our own soul, bro. It's just like,
another interception, CD, and it feels
well,
like
why?
it's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as he has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have
I'm about to cut this quarterback, dude. I'm about to cut the fat man.
Let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm gonna find a backup. I'm gonna try to trade for a random quarterback, or just make a random quarterback. My off time, that's not too overpowered.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3rd and 2. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Jeez, Tannehill is just not having that.
And it moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix.
Oh, wow. Apparently that guy just can't do nothing.
Looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing.
I don't like that this is a put-away drive. I don't like that he's right about that too.
Williams is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. He'll try again.
McKinnon once again, wow.
Again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5.
Jarek's just having a day with it.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Buying time to his...
Wow.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Wow.
His 2nd touchdown of
The one game we had a chance at winning.
And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Heck, I mean, we can try some of the backups at this point. We can try, we could try stick, I guess.
So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off.
I mean, he sees McDuggan's quick. He's just not kind of quick on need. And it may just be because the receiver core sucks. But.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like they don't get open. They don't try to get it like... I saw Ramsey start to move there, so that's why I tossed it. And he's just like, no, I'm just going to stand. I'm going to stay in that same there position. And then you're going to get what's double covered, so I don't know why I expected him to get out of that.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I just love letting the clock run out.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
I wonder if there's a way we can get any injuries here. I mean, if the Chargers go out.
On their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I'll have to upgrade one of their player stats now. Probably Bo. Probably Bo's feet. Yeah, I'm going to say probably Bo's feet because he's a scrambler.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.
Yeah, it was not
it. It was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos,
all right, that's going to do it for today, y'all. We're going to go try to get us a new quarterback or mess around with Easton Stick and make him decent.
And they will hit the road next.